Valente. Valente is your -210 favorite. The comeback on the underdog is +170.
Ladies and gentlemen, now making his way to the LFA octagon, Renato Valente.
Three-time LFA headliner Renato Valente made a move from the west to the east coast to train with a current and a former UFC champ with Alex Pereira and Glover Texeira. Returns tonight, Alan, after almost a year away, switching from King's MMA in California to Texeira MMA in Connecticut since we last saw him.
And it was a good move for him, I think. You know, you go to a gym like that where you have one of the best strikers we've ever seen in the world, and Alex Pereira, and then you go under the tutelage as well with Glover Texeira, one of the guys that, one of the best grapplers and wrestlers that we've seen late in his career, still has success with in the 205-pound division. I mean, two guys that he could really look up to and really fine-tune his game. He said he wanted to be around more people with the right mindset. It's all about energy. You can be at a super gym, a super camp, but it's finding the right energy. He found that energy, and you see how well he performs when he is on. Look, I have trained with Valente. He has got power. He is a big man, a strong man, a jiu-jitsu black belt, but he likes to stand and trade more so than go to the ground. If he hurts you in one of these exchanges, he will look to finish you. He's always had a very good hook, too, like that right there. The left hook to the right hand down the middle. He said he's been working with Alex Pereira to fine-tune that left hook. Obviously, that's Alex Pereira's best punch. We've talked about that time and time again about how Valente has been acquiring some of those skills, fine-tuning his left hook. And look, if the fight goes to the ground, 4 of his submissions have been by way of rear naked choke. You don't want a guy like Valente on your back either.
His opponent now making his way to the octagon.
As Buddy Wallace looks to defend his home turf tonight. He's coming off a loss in the Bellator promotion that snapped a 5-fight win streak. Comes in, though, Allen, with a 90% finishing rate. He has 9 victories via KO and 9 via submission.
Always love when I see that. This guy, Buddy Wallace, gets it going, man. Braveheart. Look, this fight right here in the LFA, going up against a knockout artist, someone who only has won by TKO. And look what he does. Buddy Wallace says, I'm going to get into the fire. I'm going to push your pace. I'm going to stand and trade with him. Watch this little elbow. Sneaks it in over the top, able to drop him. But he's an experienced fighter, a black belt as well. I talked about Renato Valente's 4 rear naked choke wins. Wallace has 5 rear naked choke wins. He has 9 knockouts, 9 submissions, as you said, Ron. So you know he's comfortable anywhere the fight takes place. But he feels the key in this matchup is use his experience. He's got a tremendous amount of fights.
31
and he knows
total.
31 fights total. Even though Renato Valente has 16 professional fights and a lot of them against tough competition here, Wallace feels he can use that experience to his advantage in this matchup.
Tapology's number 3 ranked welterweight in California. His last 3 fights were at welterweight. Middleweight for this one. He gets ready, looks to go to 2-0 inside the LFA octagon. Let's now check out the numbers, the tail of the tape presented by OnlyFans. Wallace is 35 years old and Valente is 3 years younger. Valente is 2 inches taller and is an inch longer in the arms. Unfortunately, Buddy Wallace missed weight. He will hand Valente a portion of his paycheck. Once again, here's Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the LFA 192 featured bout tonight on UFC Fight Pass, and it's scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA middleweight division. Brought to you tonight by OnlyFans, where creators earn. And now, introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, This freestyle fighter stands 6'1", weight in 185.2 pounds. He holds a professional record 10 wins, 6 defeats, with 3 wins coming by way of knockout and 4 by way of submission. Representing Texeira MMA and Fitness, fighting out of Danbury, Connecticut by way of Nova Aripuana, Amazonas, Brazil, Renato Indio Valente. His opponent across the octagon, fighting out of the red corner, is a mixed martial artist standing 5'11", weight in 189.6 pounds. He holds a professional record 20 wins, 10 defeats, with 1 draw. 9 of those wins coming by way of knockout and 9 by way of submission. Representing Oakdale MMA and Last Stand Fight Team, fighting out of Oakdale, California, Buddy Braveheart Wallace. Your referee, John Toll.
All right, gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Listen to my instructions at all times. If you'd like to touch gloves, do so now. Back to your corners.
Buckle up, folks. This is going to be a banger. Renato Valente, Buddy Wallace. Touch gloves, and we are underway. The feature fight here at LFA number 192. Ron Kruk and Alan Joban with you tonight from Santa Cruz, California.
Buddy Wallace is the guy, Ron, that likes to get things going pretty early in the fight. 13 first-round finishes for him. I don't think it's going to take long. As soon as they exchange, you're going to see Buddy Wallace closing that distance very fast.
13 first-round finishes. Crazy. His opponent's win-loss record, 259 wins to 195 defeats. And Valente, too, has faced some tough competition. His opponent's win-loss record, 118 and 76.
You saw that big hook that Valente just threw. I was about to tell you, keep an eye on that. It's always been a good punch of his, and as I said, training with Alex Fajeda, you have to pick up skills from it. But I saw when he got into the octagon a little while ago, he was kind of shadow boxing it out, and he was ending all his combos with a tremendous hook. We just saw him throw it. He's going to be looking to throw that check hook. When he sees Buddy Wallace enter into the fire, he's going to try to time it, land that left hook on the chin. There it is.
Beautiful. Great insight from the great Alan Joban.
Oh, shucks, Ron.
I mean, really, dude. You're all over
You
it.
compliment me too much, Ron.
What a combination from Renato Valente.
And Buddy's not
But he
deterred,
just keeps coming. No.
Yeah. He ate a couple punches. He's still going to come forward.
He will eat a shot to land a shot, no doubt about it.
I wonder at what point does Buddy say, let me test out the grappling of Renato. Both men black belts, both men high percentage finishers if they find your back.
Right, we're talking about their knockouts, but Wallace, as you said, a black belt, 9 submission wins, 5 coming via rear naked choke, 4 submission wins for Valente, a black belt as well. He loves to attack the neck as well. 4 victories via rear naked choke. But so far, these two are content to stand and trade. Valente attacks that lead calf of Wallace.
Yeah, you can kind of see the game plan from Valente kind of starting to unfold. Attack that calf. When he's in closer range, come with the 3-2 or the 2-3. Those are 2 of his best punches. He's been having those punches in his arsenal even before he started training with Glover and Alex. But he's, as I said, he's fine-tuned them. He's very confident in them now.
That left calf of Buddy Wallace already turning colors.
Yeah, and he switched his stance.
Eats a couple shots and says, let's go. And now a nice hook from Buddy Wallace. Good exchange from both fighters. And they will reset in the center of the octagon.
Buddy's an experienced fighter, but a lot of times when people switch stances, their defense isn't quite as sound as it is from their dominant stance. So it'll be interesting to see how he fins off some of these strikes in his weak stance. He goes back to his dominant stance now. If he eats another calf kick, I suppose he'll switch again, though.
And here, Valente's corner yelling for that calf kick. There it was.
Oh. That one was just a toe. Get a shot of his legs right there. Not any immediate swelling, but a number of them have landed. He was switching stances, so you know he's feeling it. Here he goes again in the opposite stance, trying to take that lead leg away. It's much more difficult to do damage against the open stance because the risk of breaking your foot is much greater.
From Renato Valente, looking to finish this fight. Drops Buddy Wallace. Can Wallace hang on?
Valente slicing through the guard, trying to get to a better position. Not much time on the clock. Wallace is going to be saved by the bell right here.
And the fans love it. They want a second round. Buddy Wallace survives after getting dropped from Renato Valente. There's the power that you were talking about, Alan, on display.
When Valente throws, I mean, he throws with everything. And if one of those land, you just saw the results of what happens. I mean, it dropped Buddy Wallace right away. You see these guys throwing that 3-2. Using his boxing very well as Valente. We saw some calf kicks in there that really disrupted things. Look at that. Even when he's missing, Valente's following it up with the right hand. Here's a big land right here. Sat him down right on the chin.
Yes, he did.
Valente tried the finisher right there. Buddy Wallace did a nice job regaining guard, try to just weather the storm and get out of there. But beautifully placed shot right on the chin right there for Renato Valente.
Flush to the chin, and a strong first round for 32-year-old Renato Valente. See if Buddy Wallace can shake the cobwebs out. And we've seen him eat shots before and come back stronger. Veteran fighter, 31 fights on his resume. Knockout power. Valente outstruck Buddy Wallace in that opening round, 39-16. Front kick from Wallace.
Buddy's trying to find the counter right here, it looks like. When Renato Valente throws heavy with the 3-2, you see Wallace right away trying to counter back before Valente can retract his guard and have his defense up. He ate one right there, though.
Wallace training at Oakdale MMA, Last Stand fight team. Heard his corner sent right down the middle, Buddy.
But I mean, Wallace just walks forward into the fire. He ate a big right hand right there.
Absolutely.
Renato's going back to those kicks again. Make him think about something else. Smart game plan right there. He landed a couple times upstairs. Wallace isn't deterred walking forward. Let me chop the leg. Open up that. You see Wallace switch stances. There might be another opening here in the striking now.
Buddy Wallace continuing to press forward.
When they're in these stances, I mean, everything is available, but this is when either man can open up with a power side hand. Renato can throw their right hand down the middle. Switch of game plan right here for Buddy Wallace, right? Wasn't going his way on the feet. Let's see what can happen if he can get him down to the mat.
So far, Valente fending off the takedown attempt.
Valente's the tough guy to take down, strong hips. You see his build, his frame, powerful guy. You can tell Wallace didn't spend too much time fighting for that takedown.
Right. And Valente told us since he's been working with Alex and Glover, he's been concentrating a lot on his grappling.
I couldn't tell.
I think it was a slip. Both fighters smile and
yeah, I think
touch gloves.
Wallace. Oh man.
I don't know.
These guys are trading right now, Ron.
Wallace firing away.
There's a lot of danger right now.
Valente up. Oh, beautiful head movement.
These guys are throwing caution to the wind right now, Ron.
Head kick.
Don't know how much longer this fight's gonna last if they fight this way.
Fans are on their feet. Body shots ripped now from Buddy Wallace. What an exchange! Both men. Combinations, hooks, a little bit of everything.
Whoa.
And now Valente catches the kick, but
somebody's tape came off.
And it looks like a cut on top of the head of Renato Valente. These middleweights showing their power. What a war. Taking a break.
Yeah. I couldn't tell if
fighters.
Valente was just looking at the clock or if his right hand was hurt. He kind of took a breath and you see he keeps checking his glove. I don't know if one of his hands are hurt or if he's just kind of
gassing out, maybe.
The pressure.
And he lands a couple of shots, but doesn't stop Buddy Wallace from pressing forward. Uppercut from Valente.
I mean, at some point, it's got to get discouraging that you're hitting Wallace with your best shots, but he's not going down.
Wallace like a concrete wall. Fans on their feet here in Santa Cruz, California.
I think Valente is very tired. He's looked at the clock a number of times, almost putting himself in danger.
Double elbows from Buddy Wallace. Another. Wallace outstriking Valente 35-28 in the second round.
I can't tell if it's a fatigue, which is definitely fatigue setting in, but I'm unsure if there's something wrong with one of the hands of Renato Valente. My goodness. How many shots can Buddy Wallace take?
I don't know. We're going to find out, though. Continue to press forward. There's the horn. Oh, yeah, we've got a third round. And the fans here love it. I mean, we said this could be fight of the night, and these two are definitely living up to expectations.
Oh, yeah, there's so much danger happening, but they're throwing caution to the wind. Buddy Wallace living in the fire right here, figuring if I can't technically beat Renato from the outside, let me just exhaust him. He's eating shots and landing shots as well. Buddy Wallace giving everything to Valente. Valente started looking at the clock, like how much time is left. This guy just keeps walking forward like a zombie. He's hitting them with everything that he has. You see right there. Wow, eating shots to the gut. Valente just looking at the clock. It'll be interesting to see in this third round. How much does Valente have left in the gas tank, and how many more shots can Wallace take, Ron?
And the accuracy of both these fighters. Valente landing 67% of his shots. Wallace 64. He's got the fans on their feet. So, Alan, you were saying there was something going on with Valente. Look at his foot. His foot is massive.
His foot, his hand, if we can get a shot of his foot, the right foot of Valente probably broken. I don't want to speculate, but with that much swelling, there's got to be something going on. He hasn't even shaken out his foot, though. It's his hand that he keeps messing with.
Interesting. Props to LFA President Sven Bean, who pointed that out.
A lot of times after fights, when you're throwing kicks, you see that swelling right there to the
beautiful
right
shot.
foot rather of Valente, very swollen. That soft tissue swells every fight, but that amount of swelling leads me to think that there might be something else going on. But look, Valente, props to him. Not really showing it too much, but the kicks have slowed down, obviously, from Valente.
Absolutely. Now looking for a takedown.
Oh, man, they're right in front of us, Ron. You can see, I mean, it's a baseball on the foot, the right foot of Valente.
And there's a big takedown from Buddy Wallace.
I also... Wallace finds himself in the guard right now. There's 3.5 remaining.
Dude, and I can see something with
the pinky.
The left pinky, yes.
That's what I keep staring at as well. I know I feel like we're dissecting the possible injuries of Valente, but
we are not doctors.
Certainly not. But if you look and take a look right there, the left hand of Valente, he hasn't bit his pinky finger since that second round.
I mean, this is an all-out war between these two top middleweights. 47 combined professional fights between the two. Fight of the night candidate. And as we approach the midway point of this third round,
this makes this fight, if it goes to the scorecards, Ron, very intriguing, because obviously Renato won the first round when he dropped him, sat him down with that beautiful left hook. He was doing a lot of damage in the second round, but you know, Buddy Wallace had a good comeback. I don't know if it was enough to steal second round, but it makes it interesting. And going into this third round now, it's been a lot of Wallace.
Wallace throwing more strikes, 162 compared to Valente's 128. Wallace landing, both fighters landing 67% of their shots. And now Wallace operating from the side. Elbow rains down, and
this is an opportunity right now for Renato. He needs to scramble right here. There he goes, both men to the feet. He's messing with his hand again. I think he physically just bent his finger, Ron. That pinky that hasn't been yet. I think he just used his other hand, bent the pinky into a fist. You see that? And he's trying to hold his fist together.
Oh, yeah.
This is a crazy fight right here.
This is unbelievable. Worth the price of admission, folks. Two warriors, Renato Valente, Buddy Wallace, leaving it all inside the octagon tonight.
Buddy Wallace showed not only his toughness in this fight, but his gas tank, right? Taking a big shot, which would take a lot of your gas. Watch the elbows right here. Buddy Wallace won his last fight via elbow in the clinch right there. Renato needs to be very careful.
Both men, deep breaths, breathing hard. 40 seconds to go.
One of these fights right here, who wants it more?
Absolutely. Who's got one last flurry in him? Fans behind Buddy Wallace from Oakdale, California. Continuing to stalk Valente.
Yeah, Valente can't bend his finger on his own. He keeps, look at him close.
Yeah, there he goes again.
Literally has to make a fist with the other hand. Oh!
And what a combination for Valente. Wallace fires back.
Oh my goodness.
Unbelievable.
What a war. What a war. What toughness from Buddy Wallace. How do you get dropped that bad in the first round and then come back at the end of the fight?
The new dad. His wife, Brienne, just gave birth to their daughter, Goldie Lane, in July. They're both here tonight.
They feel like they won, right? I mean, Buddy Wallace's corner, I mean, they feel like they might have done enough.
And there they are. There's the new mom. And Goldie Lane. What a cute name.
Yeah, and they knew their dad's fighting style, so they had to put the headphones on the baby.
Yeah.
They're like, your daddy fights crazy, so the crowd's going to go nuts.
And a big smile on 35-year-old Buddy Wallace. We check out the action in that third round. Here was that
Big takedown
from Wallace.
Yeah, you can see Renato just trying to regain guard, maybe have something with the guillotine. Well, you can see right there, that was when we started noticing Renato trying to close his fist, that pinky right there. You see that? Great shot right there by our cameraman. Both men towards the end of the fight just saying, let's go, baby. Let's stand toe-to-toe, Max Holloway style.
Absolutely.
Throw caution aside. Just see who can hit the hardest right here. Who's got the most toughness.
So that could have been the shot that hurt his foot.
Yeah, possibly. That was the right foot.
Say.
I feel like it probably was an accumulation somewhat as well, because remember the first round, there was a lot of hard calf kicks thrown right there to the shin.
Yeah, very
some of those
well
could have
said.
gotten checked as well.
Let's check out the stats here. I mean, both fighters throwing down. Wallace throwing 199 strikes, and Valente 144.
I feel like round 2 is the difference maker in this one.
The one knockdown, but Wallace got the one takedown as well.
Yeah.
Wallace went 23 of 28 with his knees and had 2 minutes of ground control. This is going to be an extremely close fight. Let's now find out who's going to get their hand raised. Here's the official decision from Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards, and all 3 judges score this bout 29-28 for your winner by unanimous decision, Buddy Braveheart Wallace.
Second straight win here inside the LFA Octagon for Oakdale, California's Buddy Wallace. His 6th victory in 7 fights. And Buddy, the hometown hero, is standing by with Alan Joban.
All right, guys, I'm here with your winner, Buddy Wallace. Can you put your hands together one more time for both of these fighters? Buddy, I know everyone here appreciated that war. I mean, you were wearing the wear and tear, but you kept coming forward after getting hurt so badly in that first round. How were you able to keep coming forward and win the other 2 rounds?
You know, I went through a lot in my personal life. And this past year, my father passed away in January. He battled a lifetime battle of addiction, and it got the best of him. So I'd like to dedicate my fight to him and to my little 6-year-old sister that he left behind. And I hope to bring awareness to people that are struggling. Don't let the devil rule your life. It took my father's life, but I truly believe his soul is in the afterlife, and I can't wait to see a healthy version of who he once was.
I'm sure your father is definitely proud of you in that performance. Great words right there, Buddy. You know, during the fight, aside from your toughness and your heart, we kept noticing that Renato was playing with his hand. We didn't know if he was injured. Did you notice any of that going on throughout the fight?
Honestly, I was too distracted by those shin kicks he was hitting me with. I was hurting myself, so I didn't really pay attention. In the 3rd round or 2nd round, I heard my coach say that he injured his foot when I checked one of them, so I just kept putting it on him. I knew he wasn't gonna quit. That guy's a beast, and I knew we were just gonna grind iron versus iron the whole 3 rounds. I've been preparing mentally this whole time that he was gonna take any shot I gave him and keep coming.
Going into that 3rd round, did you think it was maybe tied up and you had to win that last round?
I thought he won the 1st round. He dropped me. I didn't even know what he hit me with, but I just kept fighting hard, you know, and it comes to the last bit, you know, I was hoping to finish him still. I never stopped trying to fight. No matter what it takes, I'm trying to go all 15 minutes, hopefully more one day.
It was a left hook, but you took it like a champion, man. Go and enjoy yourselves. Guys, put your hands together for Buddy Wallace.
Fighting with a heavy heart after losing his dad earlier this year. Buddy Wallace, now 2-0 inside the LFA Octagon, scores his 21st career win, his 6th victory in 7 fights. We will catch our breath. That middleweight matchup, Alan. I mean, hey, every so often we get it right. We said that could be the fight of the night. And give Renato Valente all the credit in the world. What a game effort. Injuries, we hope that he can recover quickly, but these two did not disappoint.
You know what's interesting is I wanted to say during the fight that for all those big shots that Buddy Wallace took, like he wasn't really showing the damage so much. He wasn't swollen or bleeding. But when I got in there close under the lights, it looked like he got shot with a machine gun. I mean, there was just red marks all over him, so he didn't swell that much, but I think he's going to look a lot different when he takes that bathroom selfie tonight when he looks in the mirror after the shower. He went through a war.
Absolutely great action here at LFA number 192.